Today's video is a calisthenics strength test, and it's a little bit different from the other videos because now I've got 8 exercises in my repertoire. And you can see there in the beginning I was just spending some time on the indoor trainer just to warm the body up nicely so the performance can be maximized. And here you can see I do the one-legged squat with minimal assistance. Before, I used to do the one-legged squat with the hand at the top of the bar so I could use a bit more assistance to get up. And this time, just for the video, I did it the hardest way that I could, and I got 4 reps there. So I don't think that's too bad considering where I started at. And the next exercise after that was the chin-ups, and I managed to squeeze out 6, but that last one was really tough. I was really fighting to get my chin over the bar, and you'll see here we go. Yeah, that's the last one. Just really battling to get that chin over the bar, but I did do it eventually. And following the chin-ups is the towel hang. I know the exercise might not look like much, but it is a lot harder than it looks. Pauline tried the towel hang and she couldn't even get off the ground. So yeah, it is quite a difficult exercise, and it definitely tests your mental strength. In the beginning, I could only do about 10 seconds, and now I've managed to work my way up to just over 30 seconds. I think for this hang, I got 32 seconds. And it's just a really good exercise for your grip strength so you can get some forearm gains. Just don't squeeze your dick too hard. So that's one of the new exercises, and so are the calf raises. There are a few varieties of calf raises in convict conditioning too, and that's the book where I got these new exercises from, just to train the smaller muscles that don't get trained by the big 6 from convict conditioning 1. And these single leg calf raises are actually the hardest level of calf raise that you can do in the book, and I managed to squeeze out 14 of them. So you take your heel all the way down and then you try and lift it all the way up in a controlled motion. Once I start cycling more again, then I'm going to cut out the calf raises from the repertoire, just because cycling is great training for your calves, especially if you do some sprints. And following that, we've got the leg raises. It's a great core exercise, you really feel it burn. And this time I got 12 reps. I tried to squeeze out 13 reps, but I just couldn't get the legs fully perpendicular to the body. I know in the last update I said I was doing the Get Strong program by Al Cavadlo, but I do prefer the convict conditioning approach. And anyway, the exercises from that book have a lot of common exercises to the convict conditioning plan. At the moment, I'm doing 2 to 3 types of exercises per day and doing that twice a week. And that seems to work really well for me, as it allows me to go really hard on the specific exercise that I'm doing. And that's why I prefer it. Following that was the push-ups. And at this point, my arms were a little bit exhausted, so I wasn't able to get as many reps as I did last week. Last week, I managed to get 18 reps, and this time I could only squeeze out 16. One thing that I've learned since I started my calisthenics journey is it's not about how many reps you can do, it's about how well you can do the reps. So you can see here that my push-up form is, I try to keep it as good as possible. Chest to the ground, body straight, and full extension. I've been consistent with calisthenics now for about 5 weeks, and I'm happy with the progress that I've made, which is why I decided to make this video. And the next exercise was the handstand hold. You can see I've got a bit of a banana body there, so I can definitely improve the form there, make the body a bit straighter. And an easy way to do that is by doing chest to wall handstand holds or handstand push-ups. Again, because of the fatigue in the arms from the previous exercises, I was only able to hold it for 33 seconds, but last week I was able to do 40 seconds. What I'll do next time is just film the exercises on separate days and stitch them together so I can get maximum effort for each one. And for this one, it was the bridges, and you can see I've upped it a level. These are the level 6 bridges from the convict conditioning, when you start with the back on the ground and you do the complete motion. And this is surprisingly harder than just the head bridge, where you start with the head on the ground. and it shows because I could only do 4 reps of this one.